Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, the new home for other things on Retro Gaming Revival, which may go back to Monday, I think we said last time, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Welcome, everybody. You are all very, very welcome here for this wonderful Tuesday evening for our Uncensored, when literally anything could happen. Anything could happen. So we'll have to see what happens this evening. This evening we have got Mr. Blunners.
Hello, everyone. I'm in the middle of packing because I'm moving. Fingers crossed to a place with better internet connection.
I was going to say it's a bit sparse in there today.
Yeah, I had to take all my stuff down. I've been in the loft getting everything down and careful as I can, get all boxed away. Also, I want to thank Mr. I've given Mr. Craddock a gift for a membership, which is that one. Sorry. So I've gifted him a membership. So I hope you enjoy that, Mr. Craddock. Thank you all.
Splendid. And we've got Mr. Triangle Face Tim.
Hello, how's it going?
Very well, buddy. How are you doing?
Good. Yes, all good.
Excellent.
All good. Happy to be here as always.
Excellent. Yes, it's a couple of weeks. I'm only on sort of every 2 weeks at the moment, but come mid-April, I will be back with vengeance. That was my best Batman voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So we have got lots of people in the chat. We have got Mr. Rob Taylor in the chat. You are always welcome, Mr. Taylor. Always great to see you.
I've got a few celebrities as well.
We do. We've got Richard Mageley, who's been having a bit of an evening with Judy. We've got Danny fucking Dyer. Danny Dyer, Mr. Poppadom boss.
I thought that he looked like Dorbs to me, though. Look at him. He looks a bit like Dorbs.
He does have a little bit of a Dorbs about him. We've got Postage Stamp View. That is a new one on me. Mike Holton, good evening, sir. I hope you are good. You've built your first PC on Friday.
Well
are you watching us on your new PC? Good to know.
Excellent. Yeah, let us know. Tim's Wok has made a return. I still think we need a twok. We're going to make one. Mag is in the house. Good evening, Mag. I hope you are keeping good. Mr. Bricks, good evening, sir. Always wonderful to see you. Mr. Dave Newland Music, wonderful to see you again, sir. Welcome. Kevin, good evening, sir. I hope you are keeping well. And Mr. Mike Holton again. Excellent. So we have got a lovely... Oh, and Goldtooth.
YouTube royalty in the house. Goldtooth.
Absolute royalty. Love him. Absolutely love him. If you need a jingle, let me know.
We do.
We might. We were just talking for him. We need to get an uncensored intro because we've got an intro for our interviews, haven't we? An intro for ModCons. We've got an intro for Evercade podcast. We haven't got an intro for this. So
Dave Newland will be in touch. Jump on Facebook or Instagram and DM us something. That could be very, very cool. Am I under the Hobby Lodge? Good evening, sir. I hope you are keeping good. Long time no see. I hope you are very, very well. You are all very welcome here this evening for Uncensored. So we're going to pick the first topic, which is we're going to pitch from ModCons, purely because I think we've probably all played some stuff. And it's going to give me a chance to have a whinge and a first world problem panic about something this week as well. So what are you playing? There's some games that you're playing at the moment, chaps. Let's start with Tim, because he's at the bottom.
What am I playing? So I've carried on playing some of the other stuff I was talking about. So I'm actually at a... like an impasse, like a fork in the road now of what I do next. Because I've got to the end of Mario Wonder. I've just completed the main game. I've now gone back and it shows you like what levels you haven't finished. I've got majority of the seeds and majority of the purple coins. There's a couple of levels where I haven't got all three. There's a couple of levels with a hidden seed, but I have finished the game. I'm kind of getting to the point where do I go back and carry on playing it until I've 100%ed it? Or should I start playing Sonic Superstars?
Dude.
What would you do in my situation? Would you carry on with Wonder for a bit longer? Or because I know I'm like, if I go, I'll come back to that, I'll go play Sonic and then I'll play something else and I'll never pick it up again. So I don't know whether I should persevere with it and stay with it until I've done it.
Chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. It's like who thinks I should carry on with Mario Wonder and who thinks I should go over to Sonic Superstars in the next game I'm going to play because I've got that picked up that as well. The other game I've still been playing Pal World quite a bit. And I'm also wondering how much more time I want to invest in Pal World, mostly because it's one of those games that like just doesn't end, does it? It's like a base building grind. other games I tend to get into are like campaign games where there's a story, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Obviously, Palworld doesn't really have an end, so it's just going to keep going, and they'll release new patches. So I'm thinking it might be a game I dip in and out of. But I still, I do enjoy it when I jump on it if I'm in the mood for it. So I might carry on playing that a bit more. And then the other thing I have been playing is the Bluey game.
Dude, is it good?
It is. I would say if you've got kids, it's not a game for grown-ups. If you're buying it because you think it might be good, it's not. But it is ideal for what it is intending to be. Because a couple of my girls have played a couple of games. And I think there's just that difficulty curve where they get frustrated they don't play it long enough to get any good. I think in the Bluey game, it is literally walking around and then pressing the right button to interact with things. There's a few jumping puzzles. It's like you can unlock mini games in there. So the mini games are things like keepy uppy with a balloon. So then it's just running to the right place where the balloon's going to be and bopping up. And then if the balloon lands, it lands on the floor. There's like the floor is lava. And if you land on the floor, they go ooh, 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 and jump back to the ledge and get back on. So it's not like you die and have to restart a level. You haven't got that frustration you get with a lot of games. So it's very, very simple and very, very easy. And it's like collecting stuff. There's loads of references to the show and little cutscenes. So it is ideal for like a kid's game if your kids are getting into gaming. And it's a very good sort of first game to play for a kid. But yes, I agree with Mags. It is not good. It is simple, easy. Your kids will like it. But bear in mind, like my daughter is 6. So for a 6-year-old, it's perfect. Great for a 6-year-old to play. But if you played it, you could complete it in an afternoon. And the thing is, the only reason I'm playing it is it dropped on Game Pass. And I was having a hard and thinking, oh, should I pick it up? So I reckon the girls might like that. I might get it for them. And I nearly bought it. I thought, thing is, I don't know if they're going to play it for 5 minutes and then give up and then I've wasted the money. And then not long later, it came on Game Pass. I was like, it's on Game Pass. I'll give it a go. And it's the first game that they are actually playing and can do. And you can do multiplayer as well. So I've been able to do like 2-player where I'm controlling one character and they're controlling another. And you can unlock hats and stuff that they can wear. So for what it's meant to be, it's bang on. It's really good for that. But taking that away that it's a kid's game, if I was just reviewing it as a game, it's terrible because it's just like walking around, interacting with stuff, jumping up and down on things, and then you're done. So it's not exactly, there's not a lot to it, but it doesn't need to be for what it's setting out to do.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's 1,000 easy gamer score. Yeah.
Wow.
By no means challenging, but the challenge is learning how to use a controller and learning how to jump and then land on something and move around the screen, which we all take for granted because we've been playing games for years. Yeah.
Okay.
What's Goldsy saying there? Is it harder if you play with your feet? I mean, to be honest, Goldsy, I think any game is harder if you play with your feet, apart from a Dance Stage Euro mix at the dance mat.
I think that's almost essential that you play it with your feet there, isn't it?
Yeah. Any other game, yes, it's harder with your feet. So
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Love it. I wonder if it's an easy platinum because everyone always loves a good cheeky platinum, don't they?
I think it will be. Like you collect stickers and stuff, but literally like you walk around and pick them up while you're playing.
Nice.
But yeah, it's the first game that I've been able to like have on, give my daughter the controller, and then leave the room and do something, and then she can just sit there playing like she's not going to get stuck because it is that simple. I don't think we ever had that. What's that, Gone?
Someone beat Crota on Destiny using a Rock Band controller.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay. I tell you what, though, I did occasionally try and play games using a dance mat to see how. And quite a fun game with a dance mat was Bomberman. Hey, Ryan. You have to like, if you're walking up and down, you'd be like pressing what direction you're walking and stuff. So that was quite fun. But yeah, it's not very easy to play many games with a dance mat, is it?
No.
That'd be a funny thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's all I've been playing now. So yeah, Mario, Palworld, and Bluey. So
nice. I mean, that's a good little hit. That's a good little hit. Mr. Blunners, what are you playing at the moment?
I haven't seen anyone today go to Sonic, by the way, Tim. So I think you should stay with Wonder. No one's on there. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Stay with it.
So obviously I'm in the middle of packing everything. So I had to go on the Flea 2 demo. Insanely fucking hard, like ridiculous. I thought Flea 1 was hard enough, but yeah, Flea 2 is from what I played on the demo, is really hard
Yep.
work. But like you said, once you work things out, I think it'd be a lot better. I was trying to play it just through the browser. You can just literally type in Fleet 2 demo and you'll be playing it within seconds. It's that quick.
Yeah.
So then I picked up Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the remake.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. And I live streamed it on here. I live streamed the first 2 worlds, and I had to put it down because I think I might literally have just smashed it in a weekend, and then I've just spent all that money for nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a long game. I've got the originals I found earlier in my loft. I've also got the second one as well on the DS. But so really well. Like the first thing you notice is the crisp, like the HD graphics and how good it looks. Like it looked brilliant. It's like more of the same, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's really good, and like so much so that, like I said before, I knew it. I've done the first 2 worlds, 3-starred them all as well. I think I 2-starred one, so I went back and redone them all, made sure I've got like my 3 stars before I go on. And I just didn't want to ruin it all in one hit, so I ended up going back to Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
So I'm now on to the final bit of that game. And has anyone seen the film? I don't know if you've seen the film.
Yes.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, mate, if you haven't, it's really good. It's really good. I suggest you watch it because it's great. Because that one follows up for the first game, and this second game, he's like this last part. He's finally realised that it's his. I won't ruin it for you, Tim. But he's finally realised who Detective Pikachu is inside. If you know what I mean. So that's a bit weird. So I won't ruin it for you, Tim, because obviously it ruins the whole film as well and everything. But and also I've been playing Power World, but I think I'm now gonna stop that now because I think, like you said, it's like endless. I'm getting a bit a bit monotonous, same thing.
You hit a bit of a grind after a while.
Yeah.
At first, like the beginning, you get new stuff really quickly. So you're leveling up and you're getting more materials and you're building new stuff really fast. So you're getting these real incremental rewards all the time. And then you hit a point where actually you have to do a lot of stuff before you then get the next thing. So yeah, I've kind of hit that fatigue as well.
Yeah. So so that's like, so for me, I'm gonna put that down. Like I said, I've still got Super Mario RPG coming out and my birthday next month, so I'll probably get Princess Peach. But then, as Tim was saying about his kids playing, I've been helping my daughter playing. She's just completed Mario Odyssey. She's got a little Switch Lite that, like, so she doesn't break it. And I helped her with a couple of bosses, and with it, and now she's gone back and done them all herself, even the first Bowser bit. So she's still, and then she's asking me, "Oh, what do you want me to do? What world do you want me to do, Dad? What one?" She's telling me, and then what the sneaky thing is that she 8. She's completed Yoshi in that before, but she's finally realised that, hang on a minute, if I go on YouTube, type in this, and then she's there going around getting all the moons. So she's like copying, mate. And I'm like, how did you know where that one was? Because I've nearly 100% of that game. Yeah. I was saying to her, how did you know that one was there? She was like, I watched some mate on YouTube playing it. So the fact is that she's worked out herself. If I can watch YouTube, they can tell me where all the stuff is.
Yeah.
So so bit of Mario Odyssey as well, which I still can't believe there isn't another one of them 3D type Mario games. They are my favorite. They're so good.
Mario Odyssey. Yeah. Mario Odyssey is really special. It's really good. All the 3D Mario games are great, but Mario Odyssey is really quite special. I can't think how many hours I pumped into that, but I did get up before the DLC came out. I did everything. I had all the moons, all the suits, everything, all the stickers. So I literally 100%ed it, and it was like, right, I'm going to put that down because otherwise I'm just going to keep running around and just, getting different hats. And it
still holds up, mate. Still holds up.
What I found, I forgot how good Mario Galaxy is. Because I was itching to play Mario 64 on the Switch and the Mario 3D All-Stars. I was like, I can't wait. And I played through Mario 64 first. And I was like, now I've done that, I'll jump on Mario Galaxy. I forgot how good it is. It's like, this is actually whenever you think 3D Marios, you think Mario 64.
Yeah.
But actually, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were really good.
I
just love that. I love that comment from Goldtooth. I'm a little one can play Dark Side
with his feet. Yeah,
amazing. So
yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool. I have finished Last of Us 2, and
oh shit, have you?
Yeah, there were. I mean, it's to some people it's old hat now, isn't it? But I'm still not going to ruin it because I managed to get all the way to the end, to the credits, without having anything ruined for me. Do you know? I think it might be one of the greatest video games ever made.
It's fucking brilliant, isn't it?
It's
so good. Sorry,
there's maybe one or two. That's right. There's maybe one or two moments where it could have ended. And it sort of moves on again in a little bit more, but I kind of get why it moved on more. And then it ends, and it's like, yeah, it's really heartbreaking. It's really heart wrenching, and it wouldn't be Last of Us if it didn't. So, yeah, there's just a part of me that thinks that Last of Us 2 is possibly one of the greatest video games ever made. The switching of the stories halfway through, so playing as Ellie for pretty much the first half and then playing as Abby for the second half is incredible, because you don't want to play Abby really when it comes to her section, and then you play it, and then I actually felt really bad for her. There was a huge connection that I think I made with her, maybe more than Ellie actually, and I just can't wait to see what they do with the story, where they're going to go next. They could easily have a whole, like they did Uncharted Lost something or other, where you played as the other characters. You could do that with Last of Us without any problems whatsoever. You could have all the various little bits for Abby's side stuff without, I'd pay full price for that. It's so good, so good. Is it noticeably better on PS5? I don't know, because I didn't play it on PS4. I missed it. And because I missed out on the hype, and there was a load of like man babies getting very angry about some specific scenes in it, I kind of was like, right, I'm going to wait until the hype dies down. And then the PS5 comes out and everything starts getting a PS5 upgrade. I was like, right, okay, I'm going to wait until this gets a PS5 upgrade. And it just didn't look like it was going to get one. Then it got a remaster. So the only thing I think you benefit from is better frame rate, maybe, and maybe slightly nicer color grading or whatever it is with the ray tracing type stuff. But I think the actual look and feel of the game is identical. So for me, it was worth paying for, because I've not played it before. Oh, dude, it's
amazing.
Like, I just don't think I could love a story more than the second Last of Us game. The first game is iconic. The second game elevates it to a new level. I just in love with it. I've got so many games to get back onto, to the point where actually something else turned up the other day.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm on a bit of a Yakuza kick at the moment. So what is it called? It's called, what did they remake them? Yakuza, is it Kiwami, which is sort of like a soft remake, basically. Nice. So I've got the first one of those. So I'm going to go through Yakuzas again from start to finish, because I want to get in. And I know someone in the chat said they were playing Like a Dragon, so I'd like to get to those, but I'm holding off, because, as I think a few people have said in the chat, game of the year, possibly, maybe game of the decade, comes out on Thursday, which is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's, what is it? It's rumored to be 100 hours if you try and do almost everything in one playthrough. And then that doesn't include going through it again on hard mode to get that last trophy. So 100 hours is the average, apparently. I'm a little bit concerned, because I've got the Mega Collector's Edition coming with the big Sephiroth statue. And I haven't had an email yet telling me that it's been dispatched.
Ooh.
and it doesn't come out. Well, it comes out Thursday, and Square did this last time where if you'd ordered the normal version or just the deluxe edition, it was turning up like 2-3 days early, and then if you'd ordered the big pack version, it just didn't turn up until literally the afternoon that it came out. So, there's this little, the first world problem in me is like, oh my god, I really, really, really want this to turn up on Thursday. Dude,
I had to put that in there.
Unreal. It's a good job I like you. It's had unanimous praise. A few people have said that basically if you've put it on a pedestal, it's going to meet your expectations. Apparently they've nailed the open world part, they've nailed the map part, everything feels great, it looks great. Yep, just give it to me now, please. I'm holding off doing anything else, knowing full well that I've probably hit a really good point for Final Fantasy Rebirth to come out. Final Fantasy, like, really good. Slightly different in terms of the combat mechanic, a little bit more hack and slash or any sort of real strategy to it, but that wasn't necessarily a bad thing given the type of game that it was. There's not many Final Fantasy games I don't like.
I think I sometimes struggle getting into them if there's been like a drastic mechanics change, but gone are the days now where I play the Final Fantasy games as soon as they come out. There's quite a few that I've not played yet, actually, so I can still go back and play some others. But I think that jump from like 7 to 8, 8's actually really good. But when I first played it, I didn't like it because it's so different to 7. I like 9's worth going back and playing again. 9's a lot better than I gave credit for the first playthrough. So sometimes you kind of need to give the mechanics a try. I did think 12 I never got on with. The gambit system.
12 is the iffy one. 12 is the iffy one.
But 13 gets a lot of hate. I actually really enjoyed 13. I thought the paradigm shifts
13
and stuff were really good. So I think that's a bit underrated, actually, 13. But I've not played 16 yet.
16's good. 15's good.
I will play Rebirth at some point. But I've got quite a few games I'm still playing. So I think because I'm not free, because I'm not like ready to play it, not itching to play it right away, I'm going to wait until it comes down in price a bit, because these things always come down in price quite drastically, quite quickly. So I'm not going to.
I'm surprised you ain't got it, Tim. So how much is it? Day one.
Well,
$6.70, the normal version.
The thing is, I do obviously Final Fantasy VII, the original on PS1, is my favorite game, but the remake of 7 that was on PS4, wasn't it? It was on 4. I like it, don't get me wrong, but it's like, to me, it's not the same. I'm not as big a fan of the remake. I didn't play it as much as I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to like do a couple of playthroughs in different difficulties, get the DLC. I kind of played through it. I was like, it's all right, but I wasn't blown away. So I'm happy to wait to play Rebirth, but I still definitely want to play it. So I think I'm just going to wait until it comes out on a deal or something.
Yeah,
plenty of stuff to keep you occupied until then.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so before I ramble more about Final Fantasy, because appreciate that's an acquired thing. Let's jump to the next comment. The next section here, which apparently Blunners is going to yell some stuff at us.
Right, yeah. Ready for me?
Top 10 most played video games of all time.
So, as it's uncensored, we get a chance to muck around. Sometimes go to stamp box mode or whatever what people put in there. Do you know what I mean? We put a link out sometimes and people can jump in and join us. Just say hello to Beardy Beard Bro Show. Hello. And so I can hear you typing, Tim. Don't be cheating over there, mate.
No, I was just saying hello to Beardy Bro Show.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you guys to try and guess, and guys in the chat as well, you might have to help them. Top 10. This is from IGN. Okay. Top 10 best-selling video games of all time. And this was updated on the 9th of February 2024.
Oh, wow.
Are me and Olly going to be doing separate pitches, or are we working together as a team to try and get
No,
this?
work together as a team. I just want to see how many you can get.
My first one was going to be, and David Needham's already put it in the chat, Tetris has got to be up there. surely.
So Tetris.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I think
it's got to be because lots of people play. Also, like non-gamers play. I'm also going to say something like Wii Sports is going to be up there because Wii's very like high-end console that came packaged in, isn't it? So packaged in games, I think, will be a big one.
I have to agree with Mike Holton. Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah, that's going to be up there. So what we've got: Tetris, Minecraft, and Wii Sports.
Okay.
So do you want me to? So you're going to lock in any of them yet?
I think all of them.
Yeah, we'll look on those three.
Tetris, you've hit number 1, 520 million.
Okay.
Wow.
Boom. Arguably one of the most timeless video games ever created. Tetris sits comfortably at the top. So what was the other ones you put in? So that's number 1.
Minecraft. I would have thought Minecraft was high, actually.
Number 2. Minecraft,
Okay.
300 million plus. Minecraft has sold over 300 million plus copies as of October 2023. So that is out of date. Next one.
I said Wii Sports. Yeah, you happy with Wii Sports?
Are we happy to step in with that one?
I'm happy to put Wii Sports in. I think that's going to be quite a big one.
So you've got number 1, you've got number 2, you've got number 4. Wii Sports,
nice.
82.9 million.
Right.
According to Nintendo official sale figures, Wii Sports is the company's best-selling game ever.
So the next one I was thinking of, but I don't know if this is going to count as one game or two games or whatever. I'm thinking like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, whether we can have that as one entry or not.
I think it adds
Would that be that high? Would it be all those ones? Yeah.
Do you know what?
So
I think I'll give you like 3 lives.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Oh, 3 lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 lives.
Yeah.
Do we want to submit Pokemon? Or do you want to think? Also, I was just about to say this, and David just put in the chat again. Street Fighter 2. Wonder if Street Fighter 2 would have been. That was a multi-platform as well.
Both got an agree.
Yeah.
On
Do you know there is one that I think unanimously has to be up there. It could even be number 3. GTA 5.
Yes, because of how many times it's been re-released as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still selling. People are still buying it. I reckon GTA 5 is going to be up there.
Yeah, you want to lock in? Hang on.
Yeah, I'm happy to lock in Street.
GTA 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go GTA 5.
Number 3. Ollie is right.
Oh, nice.
195 million copies. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best-selling console / PC game only. Top 2 entries. This list also has the mobile versions, apparently, this list.
Oh, okay.
God.
Yeah.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bloody hell, you guys are smashing it.
This is like I just realised this is like Tenable, isn't it? The show that Warwick Davis hosts.
Yeah.
One of those things goes dun, dun, dun. Also, just to answer Cabbage Face's question, I don't know where it was. I picked up some ibuprofen from the little off license or newspaper place over.
It wasn't feeling very well. We went for
a curry. She just walked in, and then
me the year before, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think I need to drink more water next time. Drinking too much whiskey or whatever it was on beer. Anyway, right.
Okay, so what were the other ones you said, Tim? But I think a Pokemon game is going to be up.
Yeah, is it going to be in the top 10? I know that was very popular, and also I'm thinking what packaged games came out, because Tetris and Wii Sports, like Tetris came with a Game Boy, didn't it, for like a package deal, and then Wii Sports came with the Wii. So games like that are going to be high up there. Are there any other like launch title packaged games that came out with different consoles? So I'm thinking like, also we've not mentioned anything to Sonic or Mario yet. So will there be
a little bit
what is the most popular Mario game? Would it be like Super Mario, the first one, or like Mario 3? Like which one was like the best selling?
It's got to be the first one. It's got to be like just Super Mario. Like Ryan's put there just Super Mario Bros on the NES.
So you ready to lock in anyway?
Yeah, should we lock in Super Mario?
Yeah,
Super Mario Brothers.
So Super Mario Brothers is top 10. Not in the top 10. That's your first life gone.
First life gone. Okay. Right. What else could there be?
Wait, hang on. It was 11 with 48.
Oh,
what?
Good. No, close one.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Shocking.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit reluctant now. If Mario's not on the top 10, will any of the other Mario games be in there? I don't think it will. Because I was thinking Mario 3. Did Mario 3 sell better than Mario? I just don't know.
I'm trying to think of
I'm
PS2
loving
games.
this
Like,
game.
what are some of the biggest PS2 games? Because that console was
But
massive.
thing as well, we got to think of cross-platform games. I've got to
Yes.
do better. Now, I just don't know, because people mention the chat like Call of Duty and FIFA and things like that, things that come out every year. I don't know if any of those would be in the top 10. Do you know what I mean? Because there's always a new one every year. Yeah, Ryan said Fortnite. Is that going to be? Because that's a free game as well, isn't it?
Yeah, does it count if it's free?
I don't know if it counts. I don't think so.
Family fortunes, mate. Happy days.
Right.
Because I really want to say Zelda Ocarina of Time, but I don't know if that's one of the biggest selling games. I just know it's the highest rated video game of all time.
Also, if we're talking Mario, could Mario 64 actually be in that? I know I just said no, the Mario games, but did Mario 64 do better than Mario Brothers?
I mean, it must have done.
We've got to have a 64 game in there, haven't we? Surely. What about GoldenEye as well? GoldenEye must have been a big seller. We need to try something else. We haven't looked
what about Halo? What about something like Halo 3?
Yeah. I just don't know. I think we've cut off already some like high. Can we go for Pokemon? Because I've got a feeling Pokemon's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon on the Game Boy.
So Gen 1?
Yeah, Gen 1 Pokemon, yeah.
So you have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 11, just outside.
Yeah.
You have just lost your second life. First gen was number 12.
Oh, come on.
47 million.
Nice.
So you have got number 11 and number 12 just outside the top 10.
Dang it.
One life remains.
Right, we've got some suggestions in the chat here. We've got Metal Gear Solid. That's a good shout. But again, single platform. GTA 3. Also, what about we've already got GTA 5 in there. But I think GTA 5 was obviously cross-platform. I think we need to go for things that are cross-platform or like launch titles. What else is there that's been cross-platform that's been really popular franchise? Obviously, we're not mentioning Sonic the Hedgehog things either yet. There's could be some good Sonic the Hedgehog ones.
I don't know. Overwatch. Yeah, Overwatch is not a bad shout. So. World of Warcraft. I mean, someone said World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah. Earlier. Actually, yes. Because that's still, that'll still be played now. Have we lost Ollie? Or is that just
no.
You've got to lock it in.
I think we should lock in World of Warcraft. I think that's a good shout.
Okay.
Because that's still popular now. Like people still play it. Yeah.
Let's lock in World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
So you have just lost a game.
Oh no! You know what?
World of Warcraft is not in the top 10. So
shit.
That is you boys out. We needed to move on. But if you look in the chat, it's in there for you. Look, Mr. Ryan has told you Mario Kart. Well, I think they've done Mario Kart 8, Deluxe.
But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is in the top.
That is number 6.
Right.
Plus, they've added Deluxe as well. So they've added 2. It's 69.04 million. Hang on, let me do the read down.
All right.
Number 5 is PUBG, 75 million. So that was number 5. Number 6 was Mario Kart. Number 7 is a Ryan Andrews special, Red Dead Redemption 2, 61 million. Also,
wow, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, that game was epic, right? And then number 8. Number 8, what else? It was Elder Scrolls Skyrim, 60 million.
Oh, do you know what? That's what I should have thought of when I was going re-release cross-platform.
Everywhere. That's fucking VR.
Oh, should have pitched that one. Yeah, there's a VR version.
Number 9, Ollie is going to kick himself. It's one he loves. The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt. 50 million that's done.
Dang, I just don't think that these modern games would be in the top 10 quite so much.
I would have thought like games that have been
more
around
people
for
in the world, more games around, multi-platform. And number 10 was in the chat, boys. It was Overwatch.
It was Overwatch. Oh, well done.
50 million. Blizzard's hero shooter Overwatch sold 50 million copies.
I think we did all right. The only one I'm kicking myself over is Skyrim. I can't believe I didn't think of that one, because I was trying to think what other games have been like cross-platform re-released, and Skyrim fits the bill really well for that. Didn't think of it.
So, just a recap. Number 1 was Tetris, which is mad, 520 million. Number 2, Minecraft, 300 million. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto, 195 million. Number 4, Wii Sports, 82.9 million. So it's a massive drop there. Number 5, PUBG, 75 million. Number 6, Mario Kart 8 Plus Deluxe. So that's the one on the Wii U, which has probably got you like nothing. 69.04 million. Red Dead Redemption 2 is at number 7 with 61 million. Number 8, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, 60 million. Number 9, Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, 50 million. Don't forget, it is also on the Switch as well, got re-released. And Overwatch is number 10 with 50 million. Number 11 you got as well, which is Super Mario Brothers, 48 million. Number 12 was Pokemon Gen 1, 47 million. And number 13 was Animal Crossing New Horizons, the COVID game, 44.79
I'm surprised
million copies sold.
Not a single Sonic game made the top 13.
No, well, I guess the originals were just all. Well, I mean, so is Super Mario, but I guess every person's nan had a Wii, didn't they? So
I just read. I didn't read these at the time, but free downloads are not counted as sales, and it says due to lack of available sales, they could not add certain games, aka Blizzard, so Diablo 3, which they reckon had already sold 30 million units as of June. And the Call of Duty franchise did not receive updated information to include on this list. But I quite enjoyed that game.
That was good fun.
Yeah,
I think we should do them by year next time. So pick a year.
Yes.
And we'll see what we'll pick a system. Best-selling games of a system. I'd be up for that.
100%. So we'll do that next time. So I will turn off the music.
Splendid.
We can go to the next bit.
I enjoyed that.
That was good,
this comment's making me chuckle quite a lot.
Michael Barrymore was at Swimson.
Oh dear. Dark sense
I agree with Phantom Fiction there that WoW being a no-show was a surprise. I thought we were on to a winner there. You mentioned
I thought it was going to be at least
a cheeky little entry.
But this is according to IGN. I didn't make this. Do you know what I mean? It is.
Yeah. All credit and anger to IGN.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the next topic that we're going to discuss is the Nintendo Direct that happened recently. And to be fair, I don't. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm presuming Blunners will know a huge amount about this. There's definitely only one game that I was mega interested in. So yeah, what games were shown at this year's Direct, or this particular quarter's Direct?
So we had Endless Ocean, which looked a bit like a Echo the Dolphin ripoff. We had a game called Grounded, which is by Microsoft. So we'll go into that later on. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Rumble, Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed.
Yes, very up for that.
Yeah, we had a couple of new games on the Super Nintendo, N64, and NES. You had Monster Hunter Stories, so they're redoing that from the 3DS. They showed new stuff of South Park Snow Day, a new Contra game. There was Gundam Breaker 4. So basically it was a partner showcase. It was nothing to actually do with. So if I can bring it up here, so it was not a lot to do with actual. There was no Nintendo first party on there at all. So it was them showing off, I'll share the screen. We can talk about games that we can see that when they come up. So it wasn't a, So yeah, so this is that Grounded game. So it looks like kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So you're out in like the garden, which I've never played this. I don't know if anyone else has played this.
That's been around for a while, though, right? That was on Game Pass for ages. Ages ago. So is this just coming out on the Switch or something? Is it?
Yeah, this will be coming to the Xbox Game Studios, April the 16th.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a few others on there, but It wasn't a great direct by Nintendo standards, but there is still some good games in there.
The one that got me, and if it wasn't in the direct, then it was just floating around, was Princess Peach. Was that on its own?
Yes, that looks like their big game of the year, isn't it?
No, it wasn't on this.
It wasn't on this direct.
No.
So what was Peach under then?
This was just a partner showcase. So they're just showing off games that are obviously made by other companies. Yeah,
I mean, this looks very cool. I mean, I could see myself playing that on a Switch quite nicely. And the Switch seems to be,
isn't it?
Yeah, it really has. There's a lot of good platformers on the Switch. Like everything went to Switch. Yeah, agree, Alistair. It just looks cool.
That's really good.
So I think the Switch is definitely, well, it's not underrated at all because it's selling great. But games like this is where the Switch shines, I think, because it's got, wow, I could just see myself playing that in a handheld. You know, that does look very, very cool. And I could see myself picking that up on Switch over. That looks kind of cool. It's odd that they chose to do like a third party sort of.
So look at this game. It's very it's puzzles. It is very. Look at this one. Look, having to try and work your way out.
It's just everything's like you're
shimmying, isn't
holding
it? Paper, doesn't it?
It's like those
art there as well.
Those mystery puzzle things where you sort of get them as a kid and have to slide around to make it like a picture or something. I can see why Alistair would like this. I can feel a. Oh, Ryan,
this
questions.
Good. Made by Sega as well.
If anybody does have questions or things they want us to randomly chat about, please throw it in the chat and we will star it and grab to the get to the end, and we'll make sure we get to some questions.
This looks like one of your Final Fantasy type of games, guys.
I'd be into that.
Graphics are really good. Made by Sega, did it say at the beginning?
It's got a very Octopath Traveler feel to it.
Yeah, actually, that's a good shout.
Demo's available if you want to play that on the old eShop.
We'll into that.
Here it is, Monster Hunter Stories. So I have all the amiibos of these imported in from Japan. And I got them in. I didn't even know what the game was or anything. And you can actually take the people off them, off their off the riders they're called, I think, the dragons and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure this is more linear story mode, and it's got some extra stuff like they're saying, like musics and art styles and that. But it does looks good. But it was a late 3DS game, if I remember.
Just chucking this up there. Ooh, I think Olly might have clicked it as well.
I was talking about how I played the demo earlier, Alistair. I was talking about how I played it.
Flea 2 Kickstarter. Everybody needs to jump on that because Flea is phenomenal. Tapeworm is phenomenal. Choo Choo Mimic has recently just won a little award, the debug. So congratulations, Mr. Lowe, for you and Mr. John Briggs. See, this looks. I'm totally into this. I loved Epic Mickey.
That does look good. That does look very good.
Loved it. The Epic Mickey games are really enjoyable, and the one on the 3DS is slightly different to the second part that's available on pretty much every console. But the second part on the 3DS is a little bit different, so it almost gets like a little mini.
Oh, so I'm supposed to start that.
But yeah, I'm glad that that's kind of getting a little remaster, because it's one of those games that I think people forgot even existed. It was so well received.
THQ.
I just don't think a huge amount of people bought it. Shin Megami Tensei, this is a series I have never just put time into. In fact, I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game.
No, I haven't either. This looks like right up Triangle Faces Street. I think you love all these.
It's proper G. And
what was that one you played on PS2?
The one we played on PS2.
Was it you played on PS2? It took ages. Triangle Face.
It took ages.
Yeah, like Nina Kuni, wasn't it? Was it Nina?
Oh yeah, Nino Kuni 2. That was on.
This is what this reminds me of. It.
Yeah, that was on PS4, I think.
Oh, was it?
2. Yeah, that is great. Actually, Nino Kuni 2 is really good. This is giving me Parasite Eve vibes, but also what was that name of that game? I think it's called Shadow Hearts on PS2.
Yeah,
it's kind of good. It's giving me that sort of feel. This is
What is Shin Megami Tensei a spin-off of, or what is a spin-off of this series? I'm sure there's a game that links to Shin Megami, and I can't think what it is.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to have a look. I might have to Google it because I'm sure it links into something, much like a Dragon and Lost Judgment link into the Yakuza series. Unite and Fight.
So yeah, this was Star Wars Battlefront Classic Edition
collection. Do you know, one of my favorite games of all time is Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2. It was so good. I used to play absolutely loads of the Galactic Conquest mode. Doing that 2-player, you could be there for ages because you would go back and forth over who owned what planets, and sometimes you'd be fighting over one like star system absolutely loads. Unfortunately, it was a little bit broken. I can remember playing it against a friend of mine, and they were beating me quite a lot. And when the results were coming up at the end, I was like, hang on a minute, my kill to death ratio was way better than his was, and he was still winning. So we decided as an experiment to just hide in the corner and not engage in the battle at all. And
I'm getting this
birthday the fight. No, it's the South Park one.
Yeah, this comes out on my birthday.
Yeah. And his army won when neither of us were involved, but won by a massive margin. I was like, unfortunately, it looks like the odds are stacked against me on that.
So have you played the other South Park games? I absolutely love them.
No,
Stick of Truth.
To be honest, Stick of Truth.
God,
you
need to play it. Tim.
Stick of Truth.
Not your kids around, by the way.
Oh my God, Stick of Truth was unreal. Like Tim, it is absolutely bang up your street because it's a turn-based RPG. It's so fucking hilarious, and everything about it was perfect. So for people that love that but hate turn-based RPGs, you're weird because Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole is they're just turn-based RPGs. They're so good. But it is like playing an episode of South Park. It's so funny.
I've never played any sort of online game. It'd be interesting to see what some of them are like. Because obviously the whole premise of Sword Art Online is they are trapped in a game.
Yes, it just came up quickly there. They said Nintendo Online needed to go online, obviously.
Yeah.
This is that
Gundam Breaker.
Ooh, Gundam.
Bandai Namco Europe favour as well.
So I've got on the Vita Gundam Breaker 2 and 3, but they had to be Japanese import because it didn't come out in the West. And then Gundam Breaker 3, I think, got a PS4 Western release. I don't really know what the story is because I can't read Japanese, but they're great games. I mean, really, do you need much of a story when you're in a Gundam just smashing the crap out of stuff? Like, arguably not, but they're really good
very cool. That looks very sort of Zone of Enders Armored Core playstyle as well, which was good.
Yeah, I like this as well. Yeah,
you got to love a bit of Monkey Ball.
I love Monkey Ball. I love that. This cat looks like Transformers on acid.
Yeah, yes, it does.
You got to love a bit of Monkey Ball though. It gets so frustrating, doesn't it? As the further you get through it.
It really did. The one on the 3DS was surprisingly really good.
Yeah,
I think it was a launch title for the 3DS, but it was excellent. It was so good. I don't think there is a bad Monkey Ball game. It's one of those. Amazing. Who doesn't dislike a bit of Monkey? Oh my God, that just looks like
16 players.
Up to 16. Nice.
What are we ganging up on Triangle Face?
Got thrown out of Marwell Zoo asking to play Monkey Balls. You filthy man. Yeah, I could be into this. I could be totally into this. There was there not a Monkey Ball tennis game on the
I think he was a character on the Sega one. I think. Oh, look at that. I love it when you do that, when you trick it and you just go straight to the goal.
Yeah.
Rather than going for all the bullshit they put there. You just like black, you just blag it to the end quick. Pre-orders begin today.
What else did we have on the Nintendo Direct?
Now with more goo.
More goo. Is that World of Goo?
Yeah, I think it is.
Got to be. Goo. Everything goo.
World of Goo 2. I don't think I played World of Goo. I played similar games than this, but I've not actually played World of Goo. I've played a lot of games that look very similar.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. This looks like it should have been on the Amico.
Yeah.
Looks like Angry Birds.
Like, yeah, it looks like a mobile phone game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hashtag Amico suicide.
Dance.
It's a weird one. Really weird one.
As just said, he made the first one.
Mac game first.
From Mac game, okay.
It's weird. I mean, some of the style looks pretty cool.
The thing though is, it does. I do like the art style of that, and it does look like it's a fun game to play. But
yeah,
it's just not something that jumps out on me. Those sorts of games.
Is this like a weird Professor Layton type game?
Yes, I was about to say it does look Professor Layton. He done it.
And now it's sort of like a mixture of
Fantasy
Life.
Level 5 Studios.
Okay, so that just is nothing like what I thought it was going to be.
No.
I mean, that just looks like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's like an Animal Crossing rip-off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's room for more games like Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Intriguing.
Yeah, we're using a Wii remote pointer.
I mean, you're making pasta.
Yeah.
That's always looks like good fun. For anyone watching this back who's just listening, this must just sound really weird. We're just talking about
the thing is, I find like with them kind of games, I kind of like run out of ideas of how to make stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I think, do you know what I mean? And I get a bit like, what do I do next, kind of thing. Once you've done the tasks.
Yeah, there's only so much weeding you can do before you like want to go on a quest.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Oddie, he needs to voice a
Fantasy
video
Life.
game.
That's good. One crab's trash.
God, why make a game about a crab? No interest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Ollie's favorite. Oh shit! That 10 away.
I forgot you hate crabs.
Yeah.
As long as it's like
this is going to be pure, either be fine or be pure nightmare fuel for you, depending on how the crabs look.
I think as long as it's just like
great,
a cartoon crab, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I guess a cartoon crab.
Crab.
Yeah, we'll be fine with that.
Not a real looking one.
So I'll tell you, the thing that really screwed me up was I was really excited for it as well because I like the original a lot. Was the remake of Little Mermaid, the live action one, because they like everything to look realistic, don't they? In these live action remakes, and then when Sebastian came on screen,
have you seen the new one? Yeah, I'll say.
It's pretty nightmare fuel.
Yeah,
singing, talking crab who looks like an actual crab. All my nightmares rolled into one. Good movie though. I enjoyed it.
Yes, I will, Kevin, be 100% day one like I was with this one. When they release the next Nintendo thing.
Have they said much about that? Because there's always that.
No, not yet. Yeah, they reckon next year now, apparently.
Okay.
Another crab's treasure. I reckon someone's got to buy this for Ollie. Hashtag Ollie wants crabs.
Ollie wants crabs.
Treasure. Brackets treasure. I think it's that yo-yo game.
Penny's Big Breakaway.
Private Division Studios, apparently.
I mean, this just looks like it picks up where things like, Ukulele and Banjo-Kazooie sort of was leaving off, really. It looks bananas. That sort of big open worldy type third person platformer.
Very sort of bright and colourful as well.
Very colourful, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's something my daughter would really like.
It's got a little bit of knights in it maybe as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I could be into that.
Available today, look, Shadow Drop. Yeah, Billy Hatcher vibes, definitely.
What the hell is this?
Look at this.
Secret game multiplayer mode
expansion mode. Wow.
So what's that for?
You must own Sudoku game, it says here. So this is just an add-on, I think.
Okay.
Another game on acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand what you got to do in these type of games.
It's with there's a lot of games like this, though, isn't there?
Yeah, especially on your old your Pandora's on it. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, on the arcade cabinet thing I've got, and like some of them are amazing, and some of them are just repeats the same sort of thing. There's just a ton of them. So it depends if you get one with a good hook. It needs to have a hook, doesn't it? Otherwise,
this looks great. It looks like it's made by the same people who do Dave the Diver, but I'm not 100% sure it is. But look at it, it looks great.
I see what you mean. Yeah, graphically, it looks quite similar, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's
very cool art style.
Massive drill that just goes through everything. Yeah, it looks great, this game.
A little bit of Donkey Kong Country there.
Yeah, I've been waiting on this. Pepper's Grinder.
That does look pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I need to download the demo and see what that's like.
There's a lot coming
up. That is one for you, Triangle Face. Pony Racing.
Why is that? Why is that one for me? What about pony racing screams Triangle Face to you? Right on my street. A bit of Final Fantasy, a bit of pony racing.
Got to level it up.
Yeah.
Boost. I didn't see you made it, by the way.
I mean, again, it's another Amico game to me.
Yeah, Troubleware.
Maybe some of these are Amico games. Maybe some of these are games that were on Amico.
Jockey.
Jesus.
That was available today.
Okay, this looks particularly weird.
Oh no, this is when you get a quick montage.
Oh, I was going to say, Jesus, this game's got a few.
What is that? I recognise.
That's the Moomins.
Yeah,
Moomins. I thought I recognised that drawing there. That guy with the hat.
Yeah, this looks good. EA game as well, by the way.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool.
What else we got here? Demon Slayer. Sega.
But that looks like a puzzle type game, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now the graphics on it look really good.
Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition.
Okay, I've seen this on the PS4. I think Kingdom Come. Oh yeah, the new Contra.
This looks great.
As long as
it can't be a bit of Contra. Yeah,
love Contra. There's a bit of classic Contra.
Definitely. That looks a weird animation style. What is that?
Yeah, look at
this. It looks like hand drawn. But do you know what that reminds me of? Yeah, that looks that reminds me of what's that thing called the Bayeux Tapestry? It looks like something off of something like that, doesn't it?
Okay. Partner showcase.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of stuff, actually. A lot of stuff on
Intriguing.
I realise
where these third because it's all third-party devs as well. You think a lot of these won't be AAA game prices, will they? There'll be quite a few good impulse buys in there. But I'll drop a bit of money on that. Right. That hand-drawn games on Game Pass. Good to know, Ryan.
All right, Tim's all over that.
I will. Yeah, probably will be.
So I'm going to skip a topic just looking at the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump quickly to this one. I still can't comment on this game because I haven't played it. Power World has now surpassed 25 million players in the first month. That sounds bananas. That's a lot of players.
That's mad. It works out. It was 15 million Steam, 10 million Xbox. Obviously, it is on Game Pass, and you have to pay for it on Steam. So at least they've made some money on Steam.
I saw an interesting thing someone put out. Actually, I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody said that the players had gone down. So people weren't not as many people playing Power World, and someone from the dev team basically said, "Yeah, that's fine. So look, we're not a big team. We're not going to bring out updates really quickly. It's going to be a while till we bring out new content for people to enjoy." And they've basically said, if people want to go off and play other games for a bit, that's fine. You can always come back to Power World when there's more to do. But we will get stuff out to you, but it's just not going to be as quickly as you get with other sort of big brands and big games. And I thought that's quite a good response to be like, yeah, if you want to stop playing for a bit, you when you come back, we'll have more for you, but go play some other games for now. And they're actually just there's lots of good games out there. Go and have fun, experience different games. Come back to Power World if you want to. So I don't think they're panicking about people moving on. Like me and Blunners were saying earlier, we've kind of been really enjoying it, but we're kind of done for now. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to come back to it. I think it's one of these games you just keep coming back to after a while.
It's intriguing. I would like to play it, but it's one of those games where I feel like you could get sucked into it pretty hard. for the time that you play it. And I think now is not a good time, excuse me, for me to play that. It's really not.
It's definitely got a very strong start. You don't kind of hit that fatigue until you've been in for a while.
Did I say a while ago the Mortuary's Assistant is a good game? Yes. I haven't played it, but Ian from it's not Poltergeist.
It's not Poltergeist, or was it? He's something else.
Ian, I'm so sorry, I've just butchered your channel.
I'm trying to remember what it's called now as well.
I'll get the channel and I'll link it in
the
comments. But Ian has played Mortuary Assistant. He did a really good interview with the lady that does the voice for it, and he says it's fantastic. It is a game I'd love to play. I don't know if it's on. Is it on console? I don't know. It could be, and I've just totally done it a disservice. But yeah, I haven't played Mortuary's Assistant, but I hear it is very, very good. Yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Power World, like you say, the first month, I think they've probably all dropped off now. It was really good. The buzz was there, like you're saying, bit Minecrafty, bit survival type, bit Pokemon-y, all that rammed into one. It was quite enjoyable, but then then it kind of then hits a wall where you're constantly then having to keep grinding to upgrade your base, upgrade your armor, upgrade your X, Y, and Z, and you've just got to try and level yourself up that you're strong enough to go around and clear the map, basically. And so yeah, like we said earlier, we've kind of fallen off it. But it is, as I said, like what Tim said, at least they're more than happy for you to crack on something else and come back to them later, which is great.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Right. Next, the pink controller next to Tim's.
Yeah.
What's
that?
It's Tim's new, the new background.
The pink controller next to Tim's is bizarre. It's between a TV.
A Woo controller.
Controller.
It's a Miko controller, mate.
Ooh.
Steady on. Woo!
Yeah, nice little cup there with some sort of Tetris game being played. I don't know what that is. What is that there? It is a
cup
phone with buttons. Yeah.
Excellent. So something we could probably spend a good 5-10 minutes on is what we predicted on the last mod cons, and that we were talking about all the different rumors and all the different things that were potentially going to come out from this announcement, and it's been a bit of a fizzle than a bang or an industry break. I think everybody thought the industry was just going to implode in on itself with all these rumors about the next topic, and that is that Xbox has announced the multi-platform releases, and they are Pertinent, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. Sea of Thieves is it's quite an old game, so none of it's particularly new. Hi-Fi Rush maybe is maybe a bit newer, but
obviously we've already seen Grounded now on the Nintendo Direct announcements.
Yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. But out of it, like Sea of Thieves on a PlayStation, I'd be totally up for that. I really would, because it would mean I would probably play it a little bit more. I played it quite a lot on Xbox One, but then when PS5 came out and I moved the consoles out of the living room, I was kind of I just never went back to it, and I would like to, because it is a cool game. So I would love to do a little bit of Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. Hi-Fi Rush would be kind of cool, because that just looks great. It looks like a phenomenal art style, but it's not quite the industry breaking news that I think everybody thought it was going to be.
I do think it's funny. We were going, oh, are they going to stop making consoles? Is Game Pass going to be an app? We were speculating all this stuff. It's no, actually, 4 games are coming out.
But so it's testing the water.
Yeah, maybe. It just felt like a bit of an anticlimax after all that, isn't it? It's like
you say, this is like their leftover games that they've they've had their time exclusively on Xbox for 2 years, year. And I think the Sea of Thieves is the biggest one for me, because I think, because that was only play on Xbox, a Rare game made by Rare. Do you know what I mean? I say you think that one for me, I think, is the biggest one on it, because I think if that does well, then you might see some of the other ones come over. But I'm just glad they didn't do the Halos and everything. It's just
these 4 games. Did you play Sea of Thieves when it first came out? Because I heard a lot of whispers that a lot of people said it wasn't great when it first came out. A lot of people were disappointed in it. Now, I didn't play it straight away. By the time I got around to it, I was like, I don't see what the complaints are. This is a great game. And then a lot of people said, oh, they've added stuff and it's improved a lot now, but it's better than it was at launch. But I've not got that point of comparison because I didn't play it at launch.
It was a really solitary experience, I think, at launch, and there wasn't a lot to do other than get in your boat and sail around a bit and find treasure chests. But then the sort of quest element picked up quite considerably. But it's probably worth saying that in order to get the best out of Sea of Thieves, you need to do it with a crew. You need to definitely have a whole 100%. Bunch of people that you can, get big ships, and everybody takes their role on the ship, and plundering, booty and bounty. You need a team of people. Otherwise, it's very lonely.
Sure, I as much as I liked that element of it, I did have one thing that kept happening. It was really annoying. Is I was playing with a group of people. Like, right, it's getting late now. We're going to go hand in all our treasure. Call it a night. It's like, right, I've got work tomorrow. I need to log off soon. And on the way back, one of the guys was playing was like, oh, but on the way back, let's go to this shipwreck there. There's something over there. It's like, no, we're going to hand stuff in. And he'd like go off on his own to the shipwreck. It's like, no, come. Oh, guys, look, there's an island here. We could probably get some cool loot there. It's like, no, we're going to hand in. It's gone midnight now. I need to call it a night. And we'd be there for ages trying to drag one of our party back to hand stuff in because he just kept on going off on little side tracks. But no, it is a fun game. But then eventually you get like caught out by the Kraken or something, or
do you know? It is a Kraken. Yeah, I ended up playing with a couple of lads from America. Eventually, it was just one of these weird things where you just sort of end up on an island together and you start chatting, and they were like, oh yeah, come on a quest. So for my last sort of 2 or 3 weeks that I played Sea of Thieves pretty hard, was with these American guys, and this Kraken appeared, and I like shat myself immediately. I was like, shit, this is it. And they were like, don't worry, we've killed at least 4 or 5 of these. And they just literally took over the ship and just were like a well-oiled machine. And they just decimated this Kraken. You're like, oh, like that then. It was, there's some very good gamers on Sea of Thieves who know exactly what they're doing.
It is a good laugh. Especially I've like played with a group of mates and stuff. And it's like, there's a few times like I'd be at the wheel and I just get a bit bored and I'd be wandering around the ship, moving stuff about. And then we crash into some rocks. And people are like, Tim, why are you not on the wheel? I was like, oh, my bad. Gotta get back to the wheel. And it's like, I didn't think there was anything for a while. I got distracted.
I think we could have a good RGR team event of Sea of Thieves. I think that'd be very enjoyable. But yeah, not quite the explosion that we thought it was going to be. It's sort of, but like you say, Blunners, maybe it's testing the water. Will these games shift on a PlayStation?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
We'll see where that leads us. Okay, so we've got 6-starred questions.
No, hang on, 5.
5, and 4 of them are from Ryan. So we will go through them in order. Let me get rid of the thingy that's on the screen. Ka-chow. Okay. So number 1, Blunners. What console handheld are you purchasing next year?
Well, or next. So as I said, for me, it'll probably be the Switch 2 because that'll be the one that comes out next. I don't count like I've already got an Evercade. I've already got a Steam Deck. So yeah, I think by the time the Switch 2 comes out, which the rumors are early next year, so I can't see any other consoles coming out this year. Or I'm and ahhing over a what was it, the VR3? What was it? The
PlayStation VR2?
No, the
Oculus.
Oculus. There.
What are they calling it? Like MetaQuest?
MetaQuest 3 is I think I'm and ahhing about that one as well because I do like the look of that. And but I don't know. I can't go a whole year without buying something. I'll go mad. So yeah, maybe I'll get the Meta 3.
Okay.
So I think I will lose the product, but yeah, watch this space. Birthday's coming up soon. I mean, you got to treat yourself every now and then.
You got to have a good birthday present.
Yeah.
Number 2, Olly. if you had to sell one of your consoles or handhelds, what would it be? Do you know, as far as the collection goes for me, the one that I have the least amount for, I'm just looking at the games up there now. There are some good games on it. But I'd probably say if I was going to get rid of any console, it would probably, it's going to sound awful, it'd probably be the Xbox One. I don't have a vast amount of solid games that make me so pleased that I bought that console at launch. I thought it started really strong. I know games like Rise weren't like massive with people, but I thought Rise was great.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
that
that was good.
And I was just really shocked that we never got like a Rise sequel, or more sort of first party games like that on it, really. So I would probably get rid of the Xbox One. But it is backwards compatible with the 360 stuff and the original Xbox. So it does serve a purpose.
Well, saying that, what about the question he asked me for you two?
Well, what handheld?
Yeah, because I think these are good questions for all of us. Because
okay,
what handheld plus console do you reckon you'd buy next?
I would like to get, and I'm going to count this as a handheld. I would quite like a PlayStation Portal.
Oh, I was looking at one of them, but
I'm going to count that as a handheld because then I could play PS5 stuff in the living room if someone's watching the telly, or if I wanted to play it in bed for whatever reason. I probably would use it.
They hacked him yet?
Oh, surely someone has.
Then it'd be worth getting, yeah.
So I don't know whether I might get a PSVR 2 at some point, but I don't think there's enough content on it yet to make me drop that much money on it because it's not cheap.
Yeah, but can you link it to your you can't link it to your laptop?
No, it's for PlayStation 5. But I've got the Quest 2, which I can link to my laptop. I mean, as far as I know, I don't think Sony would be letting you link to Steam library. But I've got access to my Steam library on the Quest 2. So I've already got a pretty decent VR setup and VR experience. So I don't need it.
It's that augmented.
Yeah.
The thing for me with the VR is that augmented stuff. So like there's one where like matey sat in front of a piano and the keys are coming down like bloody Guitar Hero.
Yeah. I don't know. But then, of course, for that amount of money, I could get a Steam Deck. But Steam Deck's not massively up there on my wish list, but I can't argue that it does look good and it's the content. So I don't know, not currently looking, but I think if I were to get another console, I would I hate to admit this, but I'd probably put it into a spreadsheet and weigh up pros and cons. I would score it and rate it, and I do like a prioritization matrix to figure out what console is right for me. That's kind of how I do that sort of stuff.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
And then I go like, right, what does my unbiased, filtered opinion actually draw me to? Does it tell me to buy a Steam Deck, or does it tell me to buy VR2? Yes, I don't know.
And then, what one would you get rid of then, Tim?
What would I get rid of? Probably something like my original Game Boy, because I've got a Game Boy Color, so I'd still be able to play all my games. So I don't think that'd be a big loss.
Smart ass answer that is, isn't it? But it's a good answer.
Yeah.
Mine would be mine would be what David's written here. Where is it? My Atari Jaguar. I just found this earlier because I am obviously, as you can see behind me, moving out. And I don't have any. I've got it, but I've got a Virtual Boy, and like because that's Nintendo, I won't throw that out. But yeah, Atari Jaguar for me. I've got a couple of games on it, but it not really blew me away at the time. But I, for some reason, kept it. I don't know why.
Okay. So, third question is Tim, straight off, and that is: if you could never play VR or console games again, what would you choose?
Yeah, I think that's quite an easy one, to be honest. I would want to keep playing console. As much as I like VR, I wouldn't want to.
VR, man.
No, I mean, I do really like VR, but I wouldn't want to play VR by sacrificing being able to play consoles, because that's one platform. I'd be giving up Switch, PlayStation, any handhelds, any there's, VR is great, and I do like playing VR, but I have to be in the mood for it. You have to be like, a lot of the games just stood up, moving around. You can't just sit down and relax and play a game. Also, like not being able to have any handhelds if I'm doing a long journey. Can't do couch co-op or multiplayer games. Like, I'd be giving up too many gaming experiences in console to continue to play VR. I wouldn't want to do either. I wouldn't want to give up playing VR games, but if I had to, I'd say, give up VR and stick to console gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think that's what we're all... I can only play VR for a certain amount. I think after playing Super Lucky's Tale, in VR, the next Mario game, if that was in VR like that, wow, it would be amazing.
Have you ever played Moss, the one with the mouse? You played the one with the little mouse?
No, but I hear that is phenomenal.
That is good. You know, I never really got the whole, like, you're playing a game, like a normal platform game, and you're just stood over watching it. And I was like, what's the point of this being in VR? I don't really get it. Played Moss, and I was like, definitely get this. It's great. Like, you're controlling the mouse, and you're playing a normal platform game, and every now and then you have to like lean in and move stuff around. So then there's a platform for the mouse to get on, and you interact with the scene. So you kind of play this like entity that's sitting over and watching everything, and you can interact with the game world, and then you're controlling the mouse as a normal platformer. And it's really clever. It's a really nice, charming little game.
I'll have to look into
graphics
it
as well. Nice graphics.
I haven't played it.
I don't think you could have had two more different polar opposite comments to those last two. I didn't. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I saw that saying I didn't like Moss. I'm surprised that.
And then Mike Colton, Moss is breathtaking.
Moss is breathtaking. Yeah, very polarizing. No, I loved it. I thought it was great.
This is why gaming's so good, though.
I tell you what, never heard of it. There's one game that I wouldn't have ever played normally. It would have been overlooked. I don't know if it's really talked about a lot, but it was on a PlayStation. It was one of the free ones, like the monthly PlayStation games. It's called Paper Beast. That was such an interesting VR experience. I only really played it for like one session, but I played it for ages and I never really came back to it. But the start of the game, I was like, I didn't realize the game had started. There's no menu, there's no introduction, there's no dialogue. There's literally just like, I'm just stood in this space thinking like, why is this not loaded or what? And I realized there's like the sheet that you can like pull down. And then there's this like big creature that's like an origami giraffe type thing. And then you just like follow it. And then you literally just interact with this world. There's no explanation or anything. And you just have to experiment interacting with these creatures around you that are made of paper. And like, depending on what you do, like you can lure them to water, or you can change if they've got light on them, and they'll start behaving differently depending on what you do. But none of them like attack you or anything. But there's like these crabs like piling up sand, and you can like move them, and then they pile up sand somewhere else. And then you can walk up the sand and get out through a cave exit or something. It's amazing little...
Intriguing.
I don't even know what to call it. It's just a VR experience, like first-person adventure game, but it's not like anything else I played.
What about you, Ollie? You haven't answered this one, have you?
I'd give up VR. I like my PlayStation VR. I don't have the number 2. I just don't play it enough. Like nowhere near enough. Not at all. So console gaming for me all the way forward. Right, we've got 2 questions. We'll see if we can speed through these. Mike Holton, to everybody, can you name 3 games that you hate that much that you wish didn't exist? Wow.
I'm trying to think.
Games that I hate.
To be honest, I will say, even if I hate a game, I wouldn't want it to not exist because other people that enjoy it. So I could sit there and go, I wish there was no FIFA, but how many people like FIFA?
You can say that because that's just yours.
Yeah. No, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want it to not exist because I don't like it. There's plenty of people that do, and I wouldn't want to deny people that enjoy that game.
That's some question, though, isn't it? Yeah, but that's some question. Like, what game have you played that you have just thought this is shit?
Do you know?
So
I'm just looking.
I'm trying to think some of them ZX Spectrum ones I used to play back in the day. I was just like, fuck, next. I mean, put the next one in.
I'm looking at the games now and just trying to think, is there anything up there that I absolutely categorically think is just awful?
Well, you know what Daubs and Ryan's one will be?
Oh, Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah. I mean, they're wrong, but, you know.
Don't say.
I don't know. We might have to have a really good think about that.
I might save that one, and we can come back to that like maybe next time.
Sure.
But that is a tough one. Like, I can't really think of 3 really shit games that I absolutely hated.
There's something who was it he said about on here, who's in the chat, said, it's Alistair, said, I like FIFA to know destroyed games with microtransactions. I'm thinking, yes, what if we think about this really deeply? If a game didn't exist, how that would affect like gaming industry and timeline, things like that. Like, what if we chose to get rid of Candy Crush?
That's already out, mate. That is.
You know,
the whole Intellivision
library. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. What was it? The C64 cart on Evercade.
Yeah, we could come back to that, I think, because that's the thinker.
Yeah. I think that's
It's caught me off guard,
I really do need to think, because there are some games that I have played that are absolutely terrible. Yeah, we'll come back to that, Mike. We might do that as a whole section, I think, because it's
He said, my cushion was not meant to be that deep. Sorry, no, it's
I can't not think about it deeply. Like,
there's ramifications to this decision.
So what happens if you got rid of Tetris? That's 520
what would open up the gate to something else to fill that void of Tetris?
Bad Boys PS2, yeah.
That's pretty bad.
We spoke, we know the story behind that. The fact they had to make the game and didn't even know what the film was about, and they weren't allowed to use half of the stuff from the fucking film.
I say the Bad Boys 2 game and the PlayStation 2 is
the Oliver twins on about it.
It's based off the poster, not the movie. That's just we'll give you that nugget. That's the game of the poster.
I mean, maybe something like, I remember this game being terrible, and
I've got one.
Bart Simpson Escape from Camp Deadly on the Game Boy. It's got terrible jump mechanics. It's got a terrible melee combat. And as a kid, I just remember playing that game and being so excited because it was a Simpsons game. Riding high off of Bart versus the Space Mutants, which I know isn't also a very good game, but you can at least play it. Bart Escape from Camp Deadly.
I've got mine. We say we've got one each. I've got mine because I've seen this earlier and I wondered what the fuck was I on when I bought it.
Okay.
And it wasn't cheap. That is Nintendo Labo. Like what the fuck?
Okay.
Is that where you have like? Is that the one we have like
cardboard and you fuck it? You have to basically. The game is showing you how to fold up all this cardboard stuff, and then it just now I'm literally just taking it out of my loft, and I'm not going to be throwing it all later. But unless anyone in the chat wants it, I'll send it to you for free, mate. But it was basically like this cardboard like piano, a cardboard thing, and once you've made it once. What do? You can load the game up and have a quick go and that, but it's just, it is literally just a step by step, like showing you how to make stuff out of this cardboard. You have to pop it all out and you have all the sheets. Yeah, what the fuck? Why did I buy that? The only one that kind of intrigues me is the VR one, because there's a VR one.
There we go. We'll get rid of Labo then.
We'll get rid of that.
It's solidarity with
the VR one. The VR one, because apparently Odyssey, I think you can play Odyssey in VR on it. That's the only reason I would actually get that one. But it was so finicky. EW game. Have you played that yet, Ryan? I haven't played it yet.
I've not played it. Those are good. Also, the TNA Impact.
TNA Impact. Yeah, that was
disappointing. Very disappointing.
What? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
You must be being sarcastic, Mr. Lowe.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
A sim on the Acorn Electron. And we have one final question from Ryan.
Revenge.
One final question.
Yeah.
Who would win between the three of us in a game of Uno?
Whoever had the best starting hand.
I reckon it would be Triangle Face because he's very technical.
Yeah, I reckon.
Not when it comes to worms though, because he picks on. No. I'm quite good at worms. I won the last 2 games.
Everyone would say like how good I was at worms. I never actually won any games.
It's because you take 2 people out, so then they all go for it.
And then everyone goes after me. He was like,
so you got to be a bit more tactile on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm eliminated early because I'm seen as a big threat. So,
100%.
I do play a lot of card games and stuff, so I'll take that bit of Uno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I think we have. You can. What's that? I think you can play.
Well,
Okay. Fair dues.
Yeah, Labo. Was that?
You can say play Breath of the Wild and Labo. I don't know if you could do that. But
oh, okay. Okay.
That would be weird if you could. Oh, Dave Newland coming in there. Barcode Battler.
Oh, I remember that. Wow. Do you remember? I really wanted it for Christmas.
The Barcode
I really wanted it. Let me quickly find it.
I was going to say, just before we go, it's got iconic, absolutely iconic artwork. Barcode Battler.
Because couldn't you like literally scan anything? You could like go around a grocery store and scan barcodes.
But I remember it was everyone wanted one.
That's an idea of its time, isn't it?
Okay, I'm going to share the screen just because this art share screen. Where are we at? Here we go. Look at that. Do you remember that?
Barcode Battler. I didn't remember it until you said it, and now I remember it.
You had to start the scanner at the bottom, wasn't it? That was a scanner across the bottom of it.
Yep. Slide it across there.
Yeah.
And
there's a Barcode Battler 2.
Oh no, I didn't realise there was a second one.
What?
That's the box I remember, that one there.
That is very 90s, isn't it? Very 90s.
How much are they going for?
Yeah, look at that. Barcode Battler 2. Let's go on eBay and have a look, because that's normally a good representation of what the market value is worth.
Go on CEX.
Yeah, CEX is a no-go. They just charge you the earth. So let's have a look.
Oh wait, we bumped it 10%. Oh, no, even David didn't know there was a 2.
There was a 2. There you go.
Barcode Battler.
Let's see what Barcode Battler is going for.
Barcode Battler. 30 quid.
So, 30
well, that was nearly 200 quid. That was over 200 quid.
It's because it's boxed. It's been graded.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Barcode Battler vintage in-game with manual.
Well, I know what someone's getting for their Secret Santa.
Yeah. I'd happily drop 20 quid for a Barcode Battler.
Yeah,
but just to see what that's all about.
There's loads of them available. You can easily. There's loads of them available.
Boxed as well.
Yeah.
Mint in box.
Mint in box.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Is there anything more 90s? I mean, that's insane.
It is.
There we go. The Barcode
Battler. That was.
The Barcode Battler. Just as we're about to bugger off, we get the Barcode Battler thrown out there.
Throwing that curveball, and then we're sucked right back in.
I'm definitely getting someone out for Secret Santa next year.
I might just have to get one myself at some point, I think. That would be great fun. Anyway, before we dive on to more random topics, let's finish up there. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I look forward very much to the next couple of weeks. And then I'm off to Florida, and then my play is on. And then once that's all done, I'm going to be back to doing a little bit more regularity with you all. So look forward to it all. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for joining live. The chat has been really engaging tonight, which is fantastic to see. I'm so glad you guys are all still here. Really appreciate you all being here live as well. Do give the video a little thumbs up if you've been here. That just sort of helps us out a ton. If you're finding this through the elusive YouTube algorithm, consider hitting that little subscribe button, because that also helps us out. We have hit over 2,000 subscribers now, which is a real milestone. What a milestone. We did have a plan for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but we've kind of rolled that into basically getting sorted for the 2,000 one. So we will be announcing very soon a very cool prize that we're going to be giving away to somebody. I think you need to be UK based though, unfortunately, but yes, more on that to come. So head over to the Retro Gaming Revival Facebook group and the Instagram account to keep up with all of that good stuff. And yeah, all that is left to say is thank you all again. And I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. So we shall see you all next time.